Yo, what's up, everybody? Rage Cage 20 here. Back with Mushroomhead's album A Wonderful Life. Today we have Pulse. I assume it's going to be a little similar to what we've heard before. Maybe with a new flair, new taste, and whatnot. That's really the only expectations I have going into it. Not sure what's going to happen. If you watch the last video I recorded, maybe not the last video I released, it would just depend. If you watch the Within Temptation video and you watched all the way to the end, I'm alive, by the way. We're good. I guess I just heard the bathroom fans of a neighbor or something, because I don't know, the doors were locked, no animals were harmed, they weren't freaking out, roommate was not home. I don't know. But I seem to be alive and alone in the house, so with that being said, let's bring it on down here. Let's get to pulsing it. Again, I assume it's gonna be the same. Awesome wordplay, great flow, good rhyming, some metal, some heaviness, some screaming. Standard Mushroomhead. But maybe they'll throw a hook in there and I won't see it coming. Who knows? Let's get some.
Shrug it off with a word and a phrase we mourn the loss. Please save us all from the preaching. Inhale the blasphemy. Behold what you can't see. We're pouring our souls out and bleeding. We're pouring our souls out and bleeding. With a melody to blame.
Baptized in lies. You're gonna need all of our prayers and the whole damn congregation to save you. Towards your demise. You're gonna need all of our prayers and the whole damn congregation to save your soul.
With a rhyme and a laugh, we shrug it off. With a word and a phrase, we mourn the loss. Please save us all from the preaching. Please save us all from the preaching. Inhale the blasphemy. Behold what you can't see.
We're
Pouring our souls out.
Hold on, this is important. Yeah, it is. It is absolutely. I thought so. It's the exact lyrics, is it not? Yeah, solvet seclum in favela. Yeah, no, that's the exact lyrics, and I know that's taken from something else. Let me get a translation here. So I thought so. That will be important later, and I'm gonna have to do some editing and whatnot. But we'll talk about it later. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to stop talking about it. I really do try to every single video. They just keep making me not. So at the start there, I'd pretty much given up any hope that there was gonna be another song that I was gonna hear Jackie in. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd given up hope. I was just every single one. I was like, I'm not even gonna think about it. It's not gonna happen. It's whatever. So even the beginning when Jackie started singing, I was like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, maybe this one, because like she's gonna get a bar or two and then she's done. Like I can feel it. She's gonna just get a bar or two and then she's gonna be done. And nope. Hey, I appreciate being wrong. I love it when I'm wrong, especially in these certain situations. Finally, they gave her a verse, and she did pretty good with it. I ain't gonna hold you. I think what I really, really like about this song, is that they used all voices that they have, and then some. And not one of them really dominated the song. I think Jason was in it. I'm pretty sure. Or that could have been Steve. I'm not sure. We'll have to listen to it again. Yeah, not one of them dominated the song. Having 3 singers and splitting them up throughout the song in different places and using it to their strengths. Who could have thought of that? I didn't even think about that one. Like, maybe, I don't know, the point of having 3 singers. It's crazy to think about. But I liked that. I really liked the separation of the voices and how they used their singers at certain locations and then had parts where they were singing together. Thought that was really fucking cool. The writing on the instrumentation was very fascinating, pretty unique. Kind of reminded me of the last song. I know the words unique and remind me of the last song kind of contradict one another. It's because it kind of both kind of gave me this piratey feel, but then I kind of switched to carnival later in that song. But kind of gave me this piratey feel and just kind of had this certain sound to it. But they were different from each other. So unique and also not unique at the same time. Whatever word that is. But I liked the simplicity of it and then adding more in for the chorus. Thought it was really cool. Thought it was really well done. I liked the use of adding stuff and then taking it away in the verses. And I liked that the whole thing had a rhythmic pulse to it, which plays off the song. I actually didn't even think about that until I wrote pulse. And here I was like, wait, it has a pulse. They wrote a pulse into the song. That's clever. Very unique, clever writing right there. Love that. That's fucking cool. And the fucking Doomsday DSE choir stuff at the end, which I had to look some stuff up for because I had to be positive, and I was right. And we'll talk about that when we get to the end. But just all that wrapped into one package. This felt like a complete song. This was a good song. Like, I'm just because Jackie's on it, I want to be like, oh, my favorite one. Like, the best song they've done. Just because they put her in there. But that's just exaggeration. Just want to be silly for fun of it. But no, I really, really enjoyed it. Not just because Jackie was finally in it for once, but because they actually used, I believe, all their voices, or at least Jackie and Steve, to their strengths and whatnot. And finally give Jackie a verse. But yeah, use them to their strengths. They actually created dynamic, unique, multi-voiced vocal lines. Very cool. I don't know why it took us so long to get there, but that's very cool. And what I mean by that, listening to this whole song, they've had like two people. They'll have two people on there. Like I believe the more I listen to it, I think I hear a line from Steve in like the Heresy and Carry On and whatnot. But like usually it's just like two of them. It's either Jason or Steve, Jackie and Jason, but they don't have three. But I haven't really heard them actually perfectly utilize all three in a song. I think they finally did that. I hope they finally did that. I hope it wasn't two again. Because it's like, you have three voices. Use three voices, man. Like, fucking A. But anyways. I don't know. I'm not a writer. What would I know? But let's get back into this. This had so many interesting parts to it that I'm very excited to check this out. So the story here, I had a bunch of stuff written over each other. I might get confused. Who knows? I want to check out that piano stuff. I love that they used two different, I think a clean vocal on Jackie and a kind of echoey, distant vocal on Jackie, and went back and forth between the two, like line for line, creating this very cool effect on there. Really, really like that. I thought that was really cool. Something about drums before the chorus. So the piano, two Jackie voices, and the drums. That's what we're looking for here before we get to the chorus. Let's find out what happened. So I feel like, again, it just makes me think pirates on there. Dun 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 dun. Either that or some kind of like musical or something, like some kind of theater play musical kind of thing. I could see that too. Yeah, something like that. But also you have that very fuzzy, distorted coming in every now and then, which again also has this pulse to it. But the dum dum that lower end piano chord dum 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 dum. There's just this rhythmic pulse to the song through that, and also that static distortion coming in every now and then. Also has a rhythmic pulse to it. It comes in the exact same beat every time in the measure. Very, very cool start here. Very interesting sounds coming out here. I also like that melody line. Dun, 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 dun. Very pretty there. I like that. The effect on that voice there, and the notes in there, and the tone and timbre in her voice. I just had a huge skin flashback. That sounded so skin to me. Very interesting. I mean, she looks similar, actually, when she has her makeup on. Jackie and Skin actually look very similar. Except for instead of two black guys, she has one white, one black, or I think it's actually black and white. They reversed that, but yeah. So listen, very close, actually. Very close to each other. Anyways. I like that rhythm. That's really nice. Beautiful notes, beautiful rhythm there. And then after that kind of distant, echoey kind of voice that sounds like kind of more in the back, but also kind of louder. And then it gets softer, but it gets more forward in the ears. Like it's almost like right, like she's like whispering right in front of your face or something. Well, not whispering, but like softly talking right in front of your face. That's an interesting pan transition to the front of your ears. Whew. And it gives it this kind of like softness to it. And it's also causing this call and response between the two different sounding voices. There's like she's saying something. Well, like one voice is saying something, the other one's responding to it. That's fascinating. That's so cool.
We shrug it off with a word and a phrase we mourn the loss. Please save us all from the preaching. Inhale the blasphemy. Behold what you can't see.
A little bit of a swingy, bluesy jazziness to that. Okay.
The blasphemy.
Both of those lines.
Inhale the blasphemy.
Yeah.
Behold what you can't see. We're
Yeah.
pouring our souls out and bleeding.
Woo! First off, that thin grit that she gets in her voice when she pushes a little bit, just pushes a little aggression into her voice out there, and you can hear, like, it's hard to hear at first because you have that like movie trailer boom kind of sound in there, but when that fades and like a grit kind of falls off in her voice, you can hear that there's actually that. I think that whole line, at least the end of the line, you have one of the male singers in there as well, and I think that's Steve, but I could be wrong. That's fucking cool.
We're pouring our souls out and bleeding.
Whew.
We're pouring our souls out and bleeding.
I like that. I think I wrote that. Yeah, I wrote that for the second course, but I was going to talk about, or the second verse, but I got to write about that, talk about it here in the first one. I love that chord, dum dum, back into the soft piano, dum 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 dum, chord. Oh, the video reset. I saw, looking at the red line, it flicked off. I was like, what? Like, I didn't realize we had gotten to 20. Yeah, I love that chord and the dum dum, and then back to the soft dum 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 dum, back to that pulse. That's just that constant piano chord pulse that's going throughout the entirety of the song. So cool. And there's even kind of a pulsy nature to the dun 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 dun. Everything about this song is pulsed. Very fucking cool. Alright, what we got for the chorus? So many things, I just want to keep harping on it. I'm not going to harp on it. And I'm not going to say it. Anyways. I'm not going to say this is what happens when you give Jackie a chorus or a verse. I'm not going to say it. Like, just the magic that happens when you give Jackie a verse. But I'm not going to say it, though. Anyways, chorus, I like that the first, it's the same thing repeated twice, however, it switches up baptizing lies to toward your demise, but the rest of it is the same. I love the first time through, male voice, second time through, male female voice. Fucking cool. Love that harmony between them. Some about, oh yeah, there's a chord change. I caught this, I think, in the second chorus, but I went back and wrote it over the first chorus because I'm sure it happens in the first chorus as well. Back to faded and fuzz, right? Yeah. After the chorus goes back to that kind of the muted, like piano, piratey piano play musical thing, piano that's going on there, and the fuzzy sound, the fuzzy distorted sound coming in and out. Very, very cool. All right, let's get a taste of this chorus here.
Pouring our souls out and bleeding.
That's weird. It's like in the back of my ears. It like starts here and then kind of like fades this way, and it like stutters and like cuts in and out. That's a cool effect. Yeah, I think they have all three voices. I'm pretty sure that's Jason coming in here, or J-Man. I guess this is his nickname. That's a pretty cool nickname. I ain't gonna lie, J-Man. That's pretty cool. Call me the K-Man. Don't do that though. But I mean, it's a pretty cool nickname. Oh yeah, I did say KJ. Anyways, yeah, you got him coming in here with his aggression, his grit, his vocals, good shit right here. There's that chord change there. Da, like yeah, I love these minor dissonant release chord changes going in here. Good shit right there. Just switching back between those two chords. Da, 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 da. You can just kind of hear the dissonance and minorness in those chords. It puts you a little bit uneased. It's designed to do that, and it's doing a great job. It's very cool. Such cool doubling harmony there. That's so bitchin', man. So bitchin'. Alright. And then we're gonna go back here a little bit, get a little taste of that again, and then back into the next verse. After that dum 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 dum, we just phase back in this very soft, very huge contrast between what we just heard with those screaming out minor chords and those heavy pulsing, again, still pulsing, just strumming, rhythmic dum 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 chords and drum hits and everything. Back into the dum dum dum. That's such a cool transition.
With a word and a phrase, we mourn the loss.
Awesome. I guess we're here. Oh, you know, we talked about that. Okay, we already talked about the chord and the so we're gonna jump forward here around 2:30, as I would love nothing more than to listen to Jackie continue singing and do an amazing job. We'll move ahead because it's pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. Awesome effects and cool stuff and whatnot. 2:35. The breakdown plus the bass. So let's get some of that. I don't know what the lyrics are I'm talking about later, but I'm sure we'll find them. So yeah, let's hear that. Let's hear that breakdown. I believe that's Steve there. So yeah, all three voices doing their comfort zone, doing what they do best, coming together into one song, creating an awesome experience. Who could have seen it coming? So this part is very interesting. This part feels maybe a little bit out of place. It seems it's kind of more bright and kind of almost hopeful, even a little bit more cheery than the whole rest of the song. And I'm sure there's a very specific intention for that. But let's get let's listen through this and see if there's anything that pops out to me. Da, da. It's like I saw that right before it was coming. I was like, oh wait, yeah, duh. Like I can see that little dip rise in there. Okay. Yeah, no, it's like I think through most of this we've had pretty kind of like minor key. I mean, I'm sure it's in a minor key or something. I don't know. I would have to check. But yeah, just kind of all minor tonality, minor chords and whatnot, just kind of dread and whatnot. And in here, we switched up to like major chords and just like this kind of lightness. It's like it all of a sudden shifts to this kind of light, almost hopefulness to it. It's so fascinating. And of course, with the lyrics also to back that up, that all who wish to rise may rise again, to touch the stars and fly upon the wind. For those who know the most tragic of ends is not to die, but never to have lived. So let's see. Yeah, those were the lyrics I quoted later. And then a choir comes in. I forgot about that. And it sounds very doomsday-ish, which makes a lot of sense with Dies Irae coming in there at the end. But let me look at that line there. For those who know, the most tragic of ends is not to die, but never to have lived. So what would be truly tragic is not the death of someone, but if someone was actually never born to experience life and to die in the first place. That's really what the most tragic of ends would be, not actually the death itself. That is one hell of a bar there. But yeah, all this is just very uplifting, kind of being born again, flying on the stars and the wind, touching the stars, flying on the wind and stuff. And we get to this minor key and chords and there, or not minor, major key and chords and stuff. It's so uplifting to all the heavy minorness that's been going on throughout this entire song. That is a very fascinating switch in the song there, and the lyrics fit it. The writing is off the charts right there. That's really fucking cool. There's the bass. Give me that bass. Give me that bass. That's some nice bass notes coming out there. Yeah. Beautiful high notes coming there, echoing in the background. That's beautiful. There's just so much lightness to this. The echo there, I knew there was going to be some kind of echo there. Very quiet, very distant. Listen to that. Listen to that. That's good shit, man. Yeah. And now we're back to Doom and Dread. As this doomsday choir is about to just take over, and that chord just brings us back into the shit. That's so well written. That's so cool. It's crazy. It's just strong power chords. Doom. Dun, dun, dun. There's nice power chords in there.
When you were young, oh how the sun shone, and beneath your feet, the greenness of grass would grow. Your time is gone. See the grass from.
I love the mixture between these vocal lines and that choir going on, and these crazy strong power chords going on in there. It's so fucking cool.
The procession of love letting go.
So before we repeat that for the last time there. So I thought immediately, I was like, wait, because obviously, you know, Dies Irae. I don't think that's part of anything. I play that's. I mean, Dies Irae is just. I think it's words from the Bible itself, or just someone. I don't know, but there's a famous song written way back in I don't know. I would wager the Romantic era would be my guess. Not 1,000,000% positive. So my apologies. My music history is not up to snuff. My bad. But that would be my guess based off of the intensity and the dramaticness of the song itself. Is this crazy like kind of doomsday rapture like song and whatnot. That comes from I think just Latin texts from I assume the Bible or whatnot. But dies ire dies illa. The second I heard the second part of that, which obviously again is a very common verse, not just used in what I'm about to explain, but used I'm sure frequently in many different texts and or songs. But the second I heard that, I was like, wait, Hunchback of Notre Dame? And I had to, in the second part there, I mean, I'm not great at Latin, but I'll do my best. Solvet seclum in favilla. I was like, wait. that's the exact line that they use in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, is it not? And I looked it up, and it is. And it is translated to the day of wrath. That day will dissolve the century into ashes. So, very fitting to the song we're listening to, and with that doomsday choir and everything and whatnot. That's really fucking cool. So, with that in mind, let's jump back, get that transition into there, and let that end out the song.
The greenness of grass would grow. Your time is gone. See the grass from below, and the procession of love letting go.
I like how it gets more aggressive in the drums there at the end. They start like getting more aggressive with the line the second time through. Oh, give me that. And the echo fade out there. Whew. That again was like the same, like similar to to a lot of the songs on this album, but again, just like a lot of songs, it's like it sounds very much the same as the other songs, but so very different at the same time. They're doing a really good job with that in this album. But yeah, that was good. I'm not sure I'm not sure how much I love the song or not. Excuse me. Because initially I want to love the fuck out of it because Jackie's finally in it and she finally dropped a verse. But I don't know. It's so interesting. But the whole thing is very weighted and heavy and minor and dark that it just kind of has this it's almost depression to it. But it's also very intriguing and cool at the same time that it's like that. It's very cool, especially that part when all that lifts when it finally goes to that minor tonality. Or major tonality. That's so fucking cool. that's really really fucking cool. And then the Doomsday outro, when it's like it sounds like he's talking about when you die or whatnot, like what you remember from when you were young as you're being buried. It's what it sounded like. And so fucking cool. And Jackie did an amazing job on the verses. With that beautiful double voice thing going on and that fucking grit and aggression she slides in there, and then that doubling up on the voice. Just it's good. That's a good song. Like no questions asked, hands down. That's good. I liked it. What do we got next here? Carry On, which we've done. So go check that out if you're following the album along. I will put it in the album after this one. I'll switch it out of one-offs because it's no longer one-off and put it into this album. So for me, what is next? The time has come. Sounds cool. Oh, they actually have Lacrimosa at the end of here. That's fucking. I forgot about that. That's cool. That is a yeah. We'll talk about it when we get there. As one of my favorite, one of my favorite symphonies ever written. No, Lacrimosa is just a movement in there. I don't actually know if it's if the movement's actually called Lacrimosa or not. I doubt it, but it's like the most famous lyrics from that section of the song. I know it's Mozart. I think it's Requiem in D minor. I want to say it's D something. I'm pretty sure I'm sure if it's a Requiem, it's probably in minor. So yeah, it's one of my favorite. I don't know if it's like technically. Is that Requiem can be considered a symphony? I don't know. Maybe that is. Anyways, it's one of my favorite pieces by Mozart in general. The whole thing. I think I actually did. I do the whole thing? Was that the one I did and put up on AudioSurf? I did some kind of classical piece and put it on AudioSurf. It might have been the song that Lacrimosa is in. So go check that out because it's pretty good. It's like an hour long though. So to be fair, you know, it was classical music. Actually long. But anyways, yes, next is The Time Has Come. Interested to get to it. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all next time.